Fight night at the White House.
Oh, kids in cages, we shall not be moved just like it.
Protesters and UFC fans turning out to the first of its kind event on the South Lawn. How the chance for severe weather could rain around the ring.
And a severe thunderstorm watch in effect till 11 with a severe thunderstorm warning right now currently for parts of the viewing area. Details coming up.
Not easy being green. The Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool turning green again after a costly renovation. Why questions are resurfacing about algae and the president's new blue paint job. 2 people killed in 2 shootings in the district and in Southeast, including where crime tape was wrapped near a playground, what police say happened early this morning. Families and inflation. What the latest price data shows us about the state of costly living and how local moms and dads and loved ones are forging ahead.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Sunday evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 6 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. We have a lot of ground to cover, including what is happening in the skies. Today is a DMV First Warn Day. We take a live look at Arlington County, Roslyn specifically. And hey, strong storms could very soon be on our doorstep. With that, meteorologist Scott Sumner is here with a look at all that. We already have our first severe thunderstorm warning in the region, Scott.
Yeah, it goes to 6:15. This is from Morgan and Berkeley County out towards West Virginia. That's situated right here. Hedgesville, Berkeley Springs, over near the Hancock area. It has been dropped for Frederick County and Northern Virginia. It's also been dropped for Hampshire County because both of those counties were under the same warning. But as you can see now, the bulk of it is moving further north. It will clip Allegheny County and possibly even western Washington County. Again, this runs for another 13 minutes unless extended. Now, the storm itself is moving rapidly to the east-northeast, anywhere from 30 to 40 miles an hour. It does potentially have some hail associated with it, and Williamsport, you'd be the area that would be impacted. As you can see with our future radar over the next 2 hours, that storm moving closer towards the Hagerstown area and then further to the north and towards Pennsylvania. That's the warning. We also have some more active weather. These aren't warned storms, but there's certainly heavy rainmakers, thunder and lightning associated with them out towards Garrett County. But we do have a general severe thunderstorm watch until 11 o'clock for everybody in the DMV. So just batten down the hatches over the next 6 hours as some severe weather is possible. Moderate hail is also a threat coming out later this afternoon due to some new details. Isolated damaging winds possible, and even a brief tornado cannot be ruled out. We'll talk about that and what to expect with your futurecast going into your Monday coming up.
Breaking news, President Donald Trump says the White House has reached a deal with Iran nearly 4 months after America's initial strikes. The president took to social media saying that he is fully authorizing a toll-free opening of the Strait of Hormuz and immediately removing the U.S. Navy's blockade. Now, the terms of the deal are unclear right now, but Pakistan's prime minister says the deal will be formally signed on June 19th in Switzerland. Pakistan was reportedly helping facilitate talks between the U.S. and Iran. Stay with us as this breaking story, no doubt, develops. New tonight, D.C. police say 2 men were shot early this morning in Southeast. One of them was killed. MPD says they were called to E Street in the Marshall Heights neighborhood near the Maryland line around 3:30. That's where they found the men, one of them reportedly not breathing. Medics did try to save that unidentified man's life, but he died on scene. The other man was sent to the hospital with serious injuries. No word on any suspects. But 3 hours earlier, around 12:30, D.C. police say another man had been shot dead near the 7th District Police Precinct in Garfield Heights. Crime scene tape sectioned off areas near a playground on Langston Place in Southeast. Police are asking anyone with information about these shootings to reach out. And tonight, Maryland police say 2 targeted attacks happened overnight in St. Mary's County. 2 people were shot. The sheriff's office says they're adding patrols in Lexington Park and Great Mills because of them. 2 people were found shot at the Spark Pax River apartment complex in Lexington Park around 6:30. Then around 10, deputies rushed to Great Mills Court and Lexwood Drive for a shooting, but nobody was found hurt. Very soon, punches and kicks will be thrown at the White House in the first of its kind UFC Fight Night, sponsored by the White House-backed Freedom 250 group. The private event is set to start around 8 when severe storms may have already arrived on our doorstep. And here's video of supporters and fans, both of them at the same time, at the UFC fight, lining up to get ready for the match. And yes, they protested too. This is just south of the Ellipse on Constitution Avenue. This is where a watch party is happening for those who did want to attend and see what's broadcasted from the South Lawn where the fight's happening. Protesters against the fight had gathered to show their disdain for the match taking place at the White House lawn, and coming up at the half-hour mark, more coverage ahead of the fight. Nearby, though, in the reflecting pool over in the National Mall, the pool is taking on a new color, and not the so-called American flag blue that President Trump decided to be repainted. Algae has reportedly returned to the pool, which for years has had issues involving cleanliness. That's where DC News Now's Dave Laval joins us live. Dave, how do people react to this new unintended color?
Well, it's hard to believe. Yeah, I think we talked about it just a moment ago, that it's only been days since the reflecting pool showed off its new darker shade of blue. Well, the water is now green, and visitors are not happy about it. Blame algae for the change in color. Contracted workers with the National Park Service are in the water to remove it. Workers told us the algae is a result of supply lines that remained offline during the 8 weeks of renovations, and they expected to see it as the reflecting pool got back into operations. Visitors, meanwhile, are seeing a bit of red to go along with the green.
I can't believe we spent $14 million. I'm not quite sure what happened. Seems like money down the drain.
The National Park Service is using nanobubbles to keep out the algae. Those are often used in wastewater management and aquaculture to reduce algae blooms. The National Park Service could not say how long it will take to complete the project. We're live at the Lincoln Memorial in Northwest. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Time will tell if it was residual impacts there. Dave, thank you. DC Water just broke ground on a new facility. It's called the Pure Water DC Discovery Center. The director says it's a great way to educate members of the public.
Come see the technology, examine the museum quality exhibits, ask the hard questions, bring your constituents, your kids, your colleagues, your skepticism. All of it is welcome.
Likely going to be a few field trips, I predict. The center is set to open next year. Well, DC News Now is your local election headquarters, and we have interviewed nearly every candidate in DC's mayoral race on our morning political newscast, Sunrise on the Hill, questioning them on the impacts that impact you. DC News Now's Max Marcillo reports on how they consider and answer to issues with affordability.
If you're running to become the next mayor of DC, you have to be thinking about affordability because it is touching the city in so many different ways. You have higher unemployment rates, in part because of federal worker layoffs. You also have the consistent struggles to either revitalize or transform downtown offices and the downtown economy. And then there was the brief dip in tourism following the federal law enforcement surge. So here on Sunrise, we wanted to ask, how are you, as future mayor of DC, going to address affordability? It's a broad question, so candidates answered in broad ways. Here's some of what they said.
What's happening to the excess dollars that are coming from the traffic cameras? And so we need to get all that under control and really look and see how our dollars are being spent, and then to jumpstart our economy again with a new vision. I believe our destiny now lies in family entertainment, family destination. We don't manufacture cars, we don't have widgets, but we do have tourism.
Baby bonds, a transformational policy that needs to get funded, is one of the first things I'm going to prioritize as mayor, to establish trust funds for children born into cycles of generational poverty in Washington, D.C., recognizing that we still today have one of the widest racial wealth gaps of any city in the United States.
And what the next mayor needs to do is look at cost savings, clawing back money that's owed to us, like the $70 million that DC events overcharged the DC government. And that's the focus that needs to exist, as opposed to exploring initiatives that, quite frankly, the DC government cannot deliver on at this time.
To be able to bring down cost, we need to be able to address the supply side. We have technologies that we're using in the city now that just need to be invested in. Urban thermal hydrolysis, incredible advancements in thermal hydrolysis. working with DC Water on a wastewater recovery system.
I was just in Old Town and spoke to a business owner that had 2 restaurants in DC, and he said, I don't know if I ever want to go back because during COVID and the economy and everything collapsed, and it gets into little things like permitting, right? It's not so little, because if you're waiting 6 months to get a permit to open up a business, where's your rent going?
We've got to get our people working, and we've got to do something about the economic development. We've got to ensure that about 2 strongest income or revenue streams are our tourism and our restaurant industry, and both of them have taken a hit, obviously, with Mr. Trump and the Republicans' agenda.
One candidate you did not hear from is Janice Lewis-George, the council member who right now is leading in the latest poll from the Washington Post. We at Sunrise have asked her to come onto the show for a sit-down interview a number of times. She has not done so. We went to her campaign website to find a little bit more about her affordability plan, and it includes plans for utility rates, keeping them low, as well as tax credits for small businesses. Reporting in Northwest, I'm Max Marcella, DC News Now.
Our thanks to Max. DC News Now will have full coverage of DC's primary election on Tuesday. We're going to bring you the results as they come in, and we've got special coverage starting at 8. In the meantime, for more information on DC's early voting, the new ranked choice ballots, and to hear more from the candidates, go to dcnewsnow.com. New laws are on the way to Virginia less than 1 month from now, going into effect July 1st. Those laws include a minimum wage increase to $13.76 an hour by January 1st, 2027, and then to $15 an hour by January 1st, 2028. Law enforcement will also be required to provide life-saving aid to victims unless there's a dangerous situation. For offenders convicted of crimes and prohibited that they get close to a child, they're going to be banned from parks, and there will be penalties for live streaming while driving. For a more thorough breakdown on these laws and how it's going to impact you in the Commonwealth, go to dcnewsnow.com and search Virginia laws. A watch party is taking place for the FIFA World Cup all over, including Franklin Park. The free family-friendly event features food, drinks, live music, and more. And today, fans in Northwest got to watch Germany go up against Curacao and are currently watching the Netherlands take on Japan. And at 7, they will show the Ivory Coast against Ecuador. Organizers for the event say it's been wonderful seeing everybody come together.
We're creating community through soccer. Sports for centuries have been this way to gather community, where you're from, what city, what country, what state.
A lot of fun to be had, a lot of games to watch. Watch parties will continue throughout D.C. A second round of celebration comes next weekend at Tingy Plaza in Navy Yard, and the FIFA World Cup Fan Zone will take place in the National Mall until July 19th. So some time to enjoy it. Coming up, are we paying the highest prices in 3 years? Something to consider, and how local families react to the latest inflation numbers. Time now 6:13 alive. Look outside. Scott Sumner is forecasting the chance for severe weather. What the National Weather Service has to say about possible damaging wind gusts, hail, and more. Plus the timing coming up.